Hey, it's the Chubby Bartender Podcast with your host, Jason Gillum and Chad Reynolds. With a special guest each week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
All right, hey, welcome back. We got Ian Lloyd with us tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, the one and only.
This is going to be an episode that you got to listen to the whole thing.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
I mean,
No early turn-offs
We
there.
don't know where it's going to go.
With a parental advisory.
Parental advisory.
Yes,
parental advisory.
yes.
So we got to talk about some guys first. Who you want to talk about
hey,
first?
man,
Jim?
been looking for a job at all?
Well, I know lots of people that need a change.
That's right. And you know what, man? They should call up Hire.
Hire or get on thinkhire.com and look those guys. You got a neighbor, you got a buddy of yours that you work with, and he's got a kid that's on the couch, can't find a job. Hey, these guys, they'll put anybody to work. Go see those guys. They're begging for people right now, all kinds of stuff. So you can give them a call at 740-395-0100. So
Yeah, it's Wednesday. Everybody works on Wednesday.
everybody works on Wednesday. Tomorrow's Thursday. Call them tomorrow.
Yeah, there you
so.
go. There you go.
Who else we got?
Well, I'll tell you what. I used one of our sponsors today. I went through and got a nice cold Diet Coke.
Oh, geez,
and an Egg McMuffin.
Jeezy app.
I don't even know if there's any other way to do it, man.
I don't either.
Yeah. Jackson, Brad Munn.
Brad and Sarah.
Brad and Sarah Munn. McDonald's.
Jackson, Wellston, Oak Hill, and MacArthur.
Yes.
Yeah, so those guys, they
40
kill
plus
it.
years.
They kill it. You know.
They give back. Give them their business.
And you get a deal of the day. Have you saw that? In the
Oh,
app?
yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been hitting them with coupons. I'm sorry, man. I'm probably killing you. You know, if I don't know if I've paid full price for an Egg McMuffin in a month.
I don't either. Sometimes I think they just give me an extra.
Yeah, I think they do too. Yeah. Well, if they'd hear these commercials, I'd say they would.
I guarantee it. They we'll give shout outs. We'll give shout outs.
Yeah.
And then, a guy that needs to go eat some McDonald's. And the guys down there, Scott Massey, Geiger Brothers Construction, 740-286-0800. I mean, the guy can build anything, and he can build a foundation of weight loss.
Boy, he can.
You know,
he can.
He's just he's good at everything he does. We don't give him enough credit.
Yeah, if you want the job done right, give Geiger Brothers a call.
Yep. And one of their partners and guys that works a lot with them is our boy Jason Prater over at AP Prep.
Yeah. He's a personal trainer to Scott Massey, a two-time weight loss champion.
Yeah. He's got that under his belt.
Yeah. AP Prep, they earn the day over there every day.
Every day.
They're making people better. They're taking young kids and turn them into the best that they can be. They're taking old men like me and you and doing the same thing.
Well, I mean, they've got everything. If you're looking for a place for your child to go over there and just be around great people and earn the day.
Absolutely.
That if you're looking to drive your child just that extra step,
they're not giving anything away over there. Man.
Nope. They earn every day. So look them up, apprep.info. And hey, we forgot to talk about me.
Yeah, I was going to say, somebody's been busy these last couple of weeks, man. I mean,
it's been crazy. So give us a call over at Gillum Insurance, 740-395-0357. If I'm not there, leave me a message because it has been crazy busy here lately.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what,
I did do some quotes today. I closed 2 really good deals today.
Well, and I'll tell you, if you're quoting and closing, man, that's probably a sign that people should give you a call.
Yeah.
Things are going pretty well there.
Things are going well. I can't complain. I'm blessed. So, but hey, we got Ian Lloyd.
Ian Lloyd.
What's going on, man?
Not a whole lot.
No, welcome.
No,
welcome.
thank you. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. It's exciting.
You might have to stand on that thing just a little bit more than that.
Well,
don't be shy about it.
I will not.
There you go. There you go. Give him that baritone. Give him that baritone.
Yeah.
So, you're Ian. We've known each other. My stepmother and your mother are best friends.
They were in club together. Yes, sir.
We talked about that the other
With
night.
Ethan's
What is it?
mother,
Like a bridge club?
To tell you, it's a whole another thing. Yeah.
Do they wear red hats?
We'll bring Ethan on to talk about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, before we get started, I got another shout out.
Okay.
The hat.
Oh.
Yeah. Aaron Johnson Photography.
Well, I got to see Mike.
Yeah, Mike gave me this hat. Yeah, that's pretty sharp. Isn't
What's a
it?
guy got to do to earn one of those?
Well, I did. They did do some pictures.
They did.
Yeah.
For the team. That's right.
Well, and I got to say, telling
Is
you
that a
about this.
Richardson?
and I
it's
thought,
a
and I'll
Richardson.
tell
I'm
you
a
what,
huge hat snob.
they did a hell of a job. Too.
They did. Now, did you notice there was one goofball in there who forgot to take off his sunglasses?
I didn't.
That was me.
Was it you?
Oh,
It was
okay.
you.
Okay.
Yeah. Shout out Aaron Johnson Photography. They had our family pictures last night. So,
Yeah, dude, they do a great job.
Yeah. So, but that's how Ian and I probably originally met.
Oak Hill,
yeah,
Oak
I
Hill,
was
yeah.
it pretty ingrained in the Oak Hill community back whenever I was
Your
younger.
stepsister used to babysit me, and
Yep.
Edie,
Yep.
and the whole
Which one,
nine.
Rochelle or Regina?
Yes,
Both of them did.
pretty sure. Yeah,
Did they? Yeah, you
we
were.
could check with Rose, but I'd rather not.
Yeah. double check with
we'll,
Rose.
Yeah,
we'll leave
yeah,
that one
Yeah.
alone.
So he has just always been a family friend, and so then last week we jammed together up here.
Oh,
we
my
came up for
goodness.
Saturday
Saturday
night,
night,
and had a hell of a time. So
4 hours, I think.
yeah, it's easy to do.
Yeah,
So
it was.
you've got the music affliction as well, then.
Oh, it's obnoxious.
Now, are you mainly a guitar player, or what's your trade?
So I took guitar lessons from Walt at Hummingbird when I was a
okay.
kid. At 7, I think, is when I
Oh my!
took my
okay.
first ones. Bucked it, didn't want to do it. Still did it.
Yeah.
Got in my teen years and drums. Took the notion. So
Yeah.
pretty much everything I do now. The boys I play with now, I play the drums.
Okay.
So tell us about this music project now. Chad doesn't know anything about it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
yeah, I'd like to hear it. Yeah.
my good friend Jamie, he's from Rodney down Bidwell.
Sure. Yeah.
We were in a band Maggie previously in 2017. Did a few things. He's went off and done his own thing the last year and a half, and pretty much the last 8 to 12 months we've been hammering down. Last week we rehearsed 3 times.
Oh my!
And we try to keep it consistent at a week, but we're pushing to put a 45-minute set together.
Nice. How many pieces is the band, man?
It's 4.
Okay.
Yep.
Nice.
So whenever you say 45-minute set, are you you trying to add the, I don't want to say theatrics, but I mean, are you working on transitions? Are you working on?
We're not really working the banner into it right now.
Yeah.
It'll probably ultimately be an hour set, probably
Yeah.
55 minutes an hour.
You're just getting your songs down.
We are, and they're all
Placement of them, or just trying to get the songs?
just get the movement of a set down. Just
Now, are you guys playing covers or
No,
is this
it's all original.
all
It's all
original
original,
stuff?
yes.
You would love it.
Every
It's
bit of
it's
it.
very
It's,
Appalachia.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's got that twang. I like the Appalachia stamp. It's a
That's
good
music.
one to put on.
Yeah.
I know. That's there's going to be that in every genre.
I'm just messing with you.
Sorry, I keep backing away. It's hard not. Well, we were just talking, and I was leaned back in the chair.
Yeah.
with
What?
my,
What would you compare it to?
Childers.
yeah,
Childers.
That style.
a folkier
Yeah.
country.
What the hell are we going to call it? Are we going to call it indie? Is that what they're going?
I mean, it's Americana at the end of the day. Is what
you go.
Appalachian
Triple A,
is
bud.
an Americana.
adult
Yeah.
acoustic alternative.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
technical, the Americana genre is a real thing. Like they have Americana Fest in Nashville.
Yeah.
Yeah.
John Prine was one of the big pushers of it.
Oh,
Like it's
yeah.
Isabel's one of them.
Yeah, Jason Isbell.
Lots of different people.
So is it are like so like you're kind of right there between that Americana, maybe a little bit of folk.
Yeah,
and
very
then the
folky.
Appalachian.
Very sad boy.
yeah,
with
yeah.
the C and F runs. And
Okay.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
Niles.
good.
So it's me and Jamie and Niles and Luke. Luke was in another band. Niles tomorrow's his birthday, and he'll be 26. And I'm 35, and Jamie's 35, and we give him a rough time about his age. But he went to Berkeley, and songwriting and music theory and a couple other things. And he's the placement and the way we do the melodies. It's under good supervision.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
It's been hard, like the push through of it's got to be this way, and we got to.
Right.
But once we get to the other side of it, like
How did he find his way from Berkeley to southeastern Ohio?
he's from down here.
Okay, okay.
He sells insurance for the Wiseman Agency. No props. Nothing.
Why?
No props. Nothing. I'm sorry,
give him-
Jason. I'm
give him,
sorry,
you
dude.
know.
I know. I wasn't segueing into that. And then Luke works at River City Leather, and we all just meet up down in Gallipolis and play music and try to put a set together, and we're going to go do some stuff.
You want to try to play at Huntington Circuit too?
I don't know. It's more of a Kentucky, and I think Central Ohio is really what we're going to shoot
that?
for.
That you buzzing? That you, Ian?
It might have been. I don't know. No, it wasn't.
Huh? I kept feeling a vibration. Must have been you. Check it.
It might have been.
Yeah, something I can hear it in the thing.
They changed the name of the V Club today.
Did they? What did they change to?
I don't know. It's not important. It just it's like it's the V Club, man. Like it's, but no, the Huntington Circuit's a good circuit. Just wherever we can play, really.
Yeah.
We're doing the I think it's like the Woodward stage. It's in Patriot. Just it'll be a small thing, but you know what I mean.
So what's the name of the band?
I think
Okay.
collectively, and isn't that awful? We've been doing it for a minute. Rodney Supply is what we're going to go with collectively. It was a store that Jamie's dad, his family ran, and I actually worked with Jamie's dad. That's how we met each other.
So you're gonna play anywhere you can. So
I mean, we just want to get it. So the thing is, we'll do a cover or two. Like you'll call us ridiculous. We do Fast as You. We do a Dwight Yoakam song. Just piddling.
Yeah.
We do a lot of deeper, like jammy stuff.
Grateful Dead.
We just have fun. Not Grateful Dead. It's just we just keep playing that same 16 bars. We just keep doing it.
So I mean, are you going to? I mean, and you're going to make this decision. So are you going to try to do something with this, or is this?
Our goal is to actually, record it, have it mastered correctly, and then put it to the public on Spotify. However, Spotify is the route we want to go.
Because anymore, I mean, like you playing right now, there's as good a chance this is original music. It is. Right now, I mean, with the internet, it's not like it's 1960 anymore.
No, it isn't.
I mean, that music, if it can get out there somehow.
You put it on Spotify and get it going, man. I mean, you
don't know what'll happen.
And there's variations off of the sound that don't strictly follow that Appalachian, Tyler Childers, that kind of stuff vibe. Like it goes different directions.
Where will it go? Like John Mayerish or
I don't know. I mean, Mayer's new stuff, man. It was. We went down to Hatfield McCoy, and it's such a 1980s Bruce Hornsby album. It's amazing. And I was through the Kickers and the Buggy Man just jamming it the whole way.
Just I have listened to John Mayer's got a new album.
It's amazing.
Is it?
Dude, he's been the head of Dead and Company for 6-7 years now, if not more.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't just come and play with Bob and them. Like John is part of the band. They changed it to Dead and Company because of John.
Right.
I've been watching him on TikTok. He'll get on there every day and show you a riff.
They all do it.
Do they?
To be blessed that way, my God. Hang out with the kids by the pool. Yeah.
And I mean, so are you going to? Let me ask you this. This is shit I love to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Are you gonna set a price, or are you going to try to promote yourself and get a doorman type of thing?
It's not even. You try not to.
Don't make it about the money.
When you start in on a new project, you try not to be overly optimistic.
Yeah.
I mean, we might be pessimist in some ways, but we haven't even thought that far down the road. Ultimately, our goal is right now, and for the last couple months, we have got to be able to do, we need to take 14 songs and put them in a placement and do a set. Like, we've got to be able to do that. Yes, I'm a notebook junkie. I have them everywhere, and then I have my stick bag notebook, and it's the same songs that we're trying to pound out. And once we get them, it's going to be fun because the ones that are ready, they're fun.
Now, does each member of the band contribute some songs, or do you do most of the writing? Or?
Collective, lyrically, Jamie does every bit of the writing.
Okay.
Melody,
punchline,
phrasing, all that. Yes, where we're going to put a bridge and what we're going to do.
Right.
That is more.
If somebody comes up with something cool, you're going to bring it to the party.
All of us. Oh yeah. We're always there to party. Yeah. Luke's such a I joke with Amber about it. It's like you're trying to be old timey music, and I'm like, yeah, but Luke is playing bass and he's doing power stances from 80s.
Yeah.
And jumping up and down I can't think of the bass player for Foo Fighters with Dave Grohl, but Foo Fighters with Dave Grohl. Ain't that awful?
Yeah.
Ain't that awful? The Foo Fighters.
The Foo
Yeah,
Fighters.
boy. Yeah.
But we're going to get it out there, and we're going to have fun with it and see what happens. You know, Maggie, I had a lot of fun playing with those guys, and we gigged out a good bit, and it was along the river, not towards Huntington, more the other direction, and Gallipolis, and whatever. It was fun.
I think the atmosphere down there is more conducive to live music. Like they're still a little bit wilder, wouldn't you say?
They are.
Yeah. Like I noticed, like around here, you know, like dancing and just wild ass people. It was a little
beat. People are looking for a beat. Pudge.
Yeah.
That's what they're looking for.
Yeah, they're looking for
that bass line and that beat and that follow through.
People are a little more appreciative down there.
I don't want to say appreciative. I'm just saying, like here,
You're looking for that head nod.
Yeah, like there's certain places you go. You've played out enough. There's certain places you go, and man, you could be tuning your guitar, and them some bitches will come out of the bathroom strutting, ready to dance. Or ready to party. You know,
I think it's wing night. We need to get on down there. I heard someone tuning a guitar.
And then there's some places you go, and they just kind of look at you like, oh god,
oh boy, another one.
Like they don't want live music. But there's certain places carry certain atmospheres.
Without having, I hate talking about Rona, but I went through a transition, and me and my friend Street, I think we counted between June of 2019 and February 30th of 2020, we went to almost 30 shows in that span. And that's not counting going to Steiner's in Chillicothe to catch Jamerson or going where we have a ticket where we paid money to go and see a show. Yeah. Like we went on this quest of,
you were going to see the people
shows.
You wanted to see.
Yeah, and then you don't have it for that huge span. And
I know, man.
Yeah. And, with Jamie and them, like, the band name, I think Rodney Supply is what it's going to be, but we don't even talk about that. We just hang out and play.
Well, I mean, that's kind of the last thing that comes together anyway, right?
I mean, it is. I mean, you can't just. Yeah. Well, we're going to call ourselves. Whatever the hell.
Silverbridge Silhouettes.
Zebra Silhouettes. I don't. There's a band named Meme Generator. Have you seen it? So I guess in technology and. Everything.
That's a great name because if you Google Meme Generator, you're going to hit it.
Oh my!
Yeah. Oh yeah. You're going to hit the lottery.
Yeah. Well, you guys might get a few people trying to buy feed or something, man. Like Rodney Supply or whatever.
Well, it was
electric.
It was
electric.
It was your truck part and equipment specialist. Yes,
sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jamie's dad, man, it was crazy. Like I, always ran trucks and did that, and I went into parts, and Jeff was a dude that
call yourself Holzer Hospital.
Oh.
Get on Google search.
Yeah.
But Jeff knew parts by looking at all these books.
Sure.
And taught.
First song heart attack.
Yes.
That'd be great. Sorry.
Oh no, dude, you're good. I mean, we've been sitting here talking for an hour.
Yeah.
And then we just decided we'd turn it off.
Yeah, then we decided we'd hit record.
This guy back here, like I don't even know.
Tommy's feeling. Hey, happy birthday,
the
Tyler!
Stone Cold Steve Austin thing. It's an anniversary today of when
real quick.
Vince McMahon decided to put Stone Cold Steve Austin to the public.
This is the what anniversary?
A lot.
Oh my!
I don't know,
A lot.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
There he is.
Yeah.
Thinking about Chris Sabo makes me feel old enough. I don't even think about Stone Cold Steve Austin.
But happy birthday, Tyler Gillum, our producer.
Out.
He's not with us tonight.
Yes.
We got Tommy Hill with us filling in. Thank you, Tommy. Sound Blast DJ service. What's the number, Tommy? Talk in the mic.
Throw it out there. What is it?
740-418-4587.
4587.
4587.
I bet you're booked like crazy.
Give us a good band name real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's a good one?
Band name.
Yep.
I don't even know. I mean, you guys threw out some pretty good names there.
I don't even know.
Holzer Hospital, you thought that was a good name?
Holzer would be good.
I don't even know it'd be a hell of a band name,
Yeah. Can we just come hang out and play
You guys
some
could be
music?
like Prince, just make a symbol.
There you go.
Yeah. I had a band called Hillbilly Orchestra. I thought that was a good
Hillbilly
name.
Orchestra. It was the Barefoot Louie for me. Right out of high school.
Barefoot Louie. I like that.
I was in a band called Right on 78.
Right on 78.
Yeah, that was over in Athens. We were on
Athens, that was
70.
the gateway, man. That was it.
Yeah, you go
Up
over
and
to
down
Athens.
32. We do open mic at the Blue Gator on
play where you want
Wednesdays.
to.
We do open night at the Casa on Tuesdays, and then hopefully we would have something booked for Friday.
Yeah.
And then rinse and repeat.
Man,
That was it.
So now, like, okay, right. Now, you're 35 now, though, but you still love to gig, though, right?
I do, and it's
I
quit playing music. Like I would play the drums every now and again, like someone would do yoga,
Right.
And
Right.
start writing. I'm right.
Yeah.
So
just every now and then.
Yeah. So my obsession was riding dirt bikes and doing woods racing and all that.
Yeah.
And then you get older and you're not fast and you get hurt and
Sure.
it's whatever. And then I just kind of
Thought, man, those drums look a little better than that
They
motorcycle.
do,
right
and I
now,
always have a guitar around this whole time.
Okay.
But then the drums, it's like you transcend back to that. It's like,
But you will pick up a guitar and play then, too.
oh, absolutely.
yeah, we played up here Saturday night, 4 hours.
Yeah, well, I assume, you didn't bring a drum set.
Yeah,
up
Jason
there.
was like, man, you should probably play lead a little bit more. I'm like, well, I don't even know. Like, are we in key? Well, I think so. Perfect. Like,
Okay, yeah. So it's not like you don't like playing the guitar.
No, I love playing the guitar. It's a
Now,
healthy.
do you sing? Because, dude, with a voice like yours, my God, listening to
working
you
on it.
talk, I got to think he could sing.
Did you prep this?
No, I didn't.
No, okay.
I
I got to
All right.
think this guy could sing like a bird. dude.
Well, tell him about your voice lessons.
I take voice lessons, and I don't. I'm just.
Who gives you voice lessons? If you're allowed to mention it. I don't know. Maybe you're
He's
not
a
allowed to
guitar
mention
player for another.
Okay.
Yeah.
it. Yeah, we'll keep it quiet.
It's a Zoom thing.
Yeah, okay.
It's not free, and
Yeah, that's
you
cool.
get 90 minutes. And
Do you feel like is
he's
it
another Berkeley guy, so it's a very patient process.
Is it
I
working?
was talking to you about stuff, enunciating the vowels, the way you
give me a
extend.
shot.
I need to
Let me
do
shot
that.
that water over there?
Be
guys.
dramatic with the way that you. Yeah,
This old tub is a little hot, boys.
I like it.
Kid Revere. Just look up Kid Revere on Spotify.
Okay.
And that gentleman,
He's right there.
that's him. Yep.
Okay.
But that's not all he does.
You are you trying to get over like a fear?
I don't. I must be, because it's something that you deal with. I mean, when you play the drums, you and I talked about it. It's a huge shot of adrenaline.
Yeah,
It's like, to me, playing music in front of people is like
it's like playing a football game on Friday night.
Oh, it's like being in northern Georgia and jumping a 85-foot double through the woods in fifth gear as hard as you can go, just flying through the
I
air.
tell everybody it's the closest thing to a football Friday night feeling that I've felt
Dude,
since
it's
football
oh
Friday
yes,
nights.
it's a huge pump
Getting
up
on
and
stage?
Yeah, I mean, just that pump whenever you come out.
Yeah.
And I mean,
Oh, yeah,
I'm not saying
yeah,
that. But
absolutely, yeah.
It's like that pump, and you're like, and you're
Well,
just.
and I imagine,
you are.
like to your point, like when you got a crowd that's really into it,
oh, not better, man.
or is it one of these things where, like, you guys practice so much with your band, like, do you kind of zone out the crowd sometimes, and it's just you guys up there playing? Or
If you do, you need to go back home and think about it.
Yeah.
okay,
I've been there. I'm sure you've been there.
You gotta
and,
participate in
And,
it.
and you know, I mean, I will never go.
it's
out.
about the crowd. You're saying,
Yeah,
then.
yeah,
okay.
should
Yeah,
be.
that's
yeah.
You
Okay.
just I mean, that's why you're there.
Well, yeah.
If
I
they're-
wish you could have came to that thing in Nick's. You would like
Yeah, I
that.
know. You need to.
I didn't
keep me
invite
in
you to
mind.
that. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
dude, I'm
I just
not.
didn't
I don't.
think
It's
about
not
it.
something I don't have.
Well, maybe
Yeah.
if he liked Nick,
Yeah,
he'd come.
He'd come. You know,
Yeah,
he got
yeah.
that cussing.
Well,
Well,
I'd have to like him and have an invitation.
Yeah,
So,
that's true.
you
That's
know.
true. So that's kind of on us, isn't it?
A little bit. I'm trying to throw it back on.
Yeah.
Mr. Gilman.
Well, you know what? It is directly on us because
Yeah.
we threw that thing together in about 24 hours.
Yeah.
And
those are the best ones at the end of
But
the day.
now,
I mean,
now let me tell you something, Ian Lloyd.
Sir.
You will be on the quick list.
thank
him
you.
and Ethan.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ethan, yes.
Yes.
Let's
yes.
talk about Ethan for
And
a
Amber,
minute.
we come as
And
a
then
triplet.
you come as a
Oh,
triplet.
you come.
No, the three of us have
come
done
one,
our
come all.
travels
Yeah,
to.
yeah.
Yes,
Come one,
we
come
do.
all.
Yes.
Let's talk about Ethan's deal there for a minute,
I
man.
love it, man.
I love
It's
it too.
so much
He's
fun.
doing good.
It's not. It's just the. I swear to God, I want to write a book about him. I wish I could stop and slow down enough to.
I loved his saying a couple weeks ago whenever he said he was sitting here with us, and because I mean, Ian was wild, man.
Ethan was wild.
Not Ian. Ethan. That's hard for me. I've done that.
Ian still is.
Everyone does it. We
In the
all
last 2
struggle with
weeks,
it.
I've been doing that a lot.
I know. It's
Ethan was,
big, fuzzy,
he and I both were wild men. You know, I mean, and
convincing and genuine is how you.
And he
how
said the
you
best
label
thing. I
Ethan.
said, he goes, I'm not that way anymore, Pudge. He goes, I'm chilled out, and we talked about it, and I understood.
Brother,
you.
he ain't.
And I know, and he goes, but I loved his take. He said, I just had to kill that guy.
He did.
And I kind of had to do the same
He
thing.
sent it and had it published. It's hanging in his wall in his house.
I think he played it for me that night.
I'm sure he did.
Yeah.
He and I've doodled with it so much.
Is it a real long song?
It's probably 4.5 minutes,
Yeah.
4 minutes.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
Man, I'll tell you that.
That was one of his. He said it was
sent
too
it
long.
and had it published, like it has the copyright on it.
Yeah,
like
that's the one he played for.
just for him because he laid it out and and it's
Well, I'll tell you the artwork that he's doing right now.
It's amazing.
It's the most unique thing I've ever seen.
I haven't. I should have brought it. He's going to be mad at me. I'm sorry, Ethan, but he did one for me of an artist that I really love, and I didn't ask for it. I didn't commission it.
Which one was it, man?
It was Colder Walls, who it was.
Oh, okay.
And it was Colder has blue eyes like mine, and the blue eye. It was all dark stain, and the blue eyes were blue and accented.
Oh, I bet it looked
and it's like
unbelievable.
this big, and it hangs in a macrame deal with a little flower deal. It's beautiful with a wonderful, inspiring note on the back of it. Dude,
Ethan talked about like Dave Walk and some other well-known artists in the area.
Yeah.
And he wouldn't believe this if he was sitting here, but I've always saw him as the same way. He's hadn't he? He's always been just an artistic talent.
And the way to verify that, I mean, look at Waylon, look at his boy. I mean,
Yeah.
Oh my goodness! Here he is right now.
And they are, and that's awesome to be. I've had that feeling, but not at the Festival of Flag stage. It's been in a
At
bedroom.
14.
Yeah, well, at 14, I've had that feeling of this is music and this is awesome.
And he's out there doing
But
it
not in
before.
front of people in a room with
14.
Louie and my buddies.
Right.
You know how we always talk about like Mike Morgan and how he was a quarterback at age 14.
Oh yeah.
From the two worlds that I know of, this kid that's on stage at 14, that might even get your blood pumping a little bit more.
Oh, yeah.
If it's in your blood.
Well, I'm gonna tell you. I mean you
14?
think about that. You're
you
going
guys
up there.
I was there for the Crooked show.
I didn't make it,
Oh, it was amazing.
Was it?
I was hoping that it would be.
It was so good.
Well,
I
I'll
was
Is that how old those boys are? 14?
14, 13, 14, 15.
Well, I mean, guys,
yeah.
I mean, the thing about that is
It's awesome.
there is nowhere to hide, man.
No.
Like, you roll out
Yeah.
there, if you suck, you suck.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, you know,
yeah,
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, there's nowhere to hide. You suck, you suck.
yeah.
So
I mean,
the thing is, I mean, it's such a beautiful thing, and they're so young, and it's like good for you guys.
Yeah,
Like,
rocket
you
boys.
guys are, and you're in
I love
key,
seeing
and you're-
kids that age
Yeah.
doing that right
Yes.
now, man.
Yeah.
And
I
at
mean,
the end,
that's-
it was so fucking punk rock.
Was it?
We're looking for a drummer. If anybody knows one, come and holler at us out back. Like, we're Crooked. Thank you. And
Oh, that's
I loved
awesome,
it, man.
dude.
It was
That's
so
great.
great.
That's
It was-
great.
Oh, they threw a little ending.
It was
out
a
there.
thing.
They
like-
threw that to, hey,
oh,
we're
yeah.
looking for a drummer. If anybody, wants to
Andy,
audition or
we
whatever.
had some pre-gaming before we went. Like, it was
Did
a
you?
thing. I had a lemonade and I drank it too fast and got heartburn. And I was so miserable the whole night. Like, it was terrible. But yeah, dude, Ethan and all that, his whole family from top to bottom, they're just,
Yeah.
I love them to death. They're,
I love that
Yes,
family too.
Ethan
What
is a
great
good
guys,
dude.
dude. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, and I always liked Ethan. I had met him through his older brother Aaron, and
Yep.
you know, those guys travel together a lot. You know, like if you go to a party, a lot of times all three of them will be
Oh,
there,
yeah.
man.
Oh,
And-
yeah.
Family.
And they're
Oh,
awesome. Or all four of them. I mean, you know,
Yeah.
and what great guys.
And I hate to-
like Ethan, like I was not aware of the transformation that he had done. And, you know, I didn't know Ethan like you two did, in the fact of like, I had no idea that
Yeah.
the guy was like an artist.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Yeah, I knew that.
Like I just had no
Well, you
idea.
have these
and
guys
you
that
see
have
that
a-
and you're like, wow.
Yeah,
I mean,
you're a big dude and you're a macho dude, and you know you're doing this thing. You know, he iron worked and did all that. Like,
Yeah, right. I
It's
mean-
not a persona, but you just have to be a certain way to do that, and that's always there in the back. That artsy
Yes,
thing.
yeah.
It's like, damn, Ethan ain't played the guitar in a year, and he sat down and did like 5 licks. It'd take me 5 evenings to try to figure out.
Yeah, he's naturally like good at
Yeah, he
well, I
just
mean,
has it.
obviously, and he made the comment on the show, like, you know, art was something for him from a very young age that he
Yeah.
he
You're like
enjoyed
that,
and was
though.
always very good.
I
at.
am.
You're like
in a
that.
Are you an
different way.
artist as well?
I
mean,
believe I guess I would classify myself as one. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm nothing special, but I mean, I like playing music and creating it.
yeah, yeah.
Not covering it, but creating it
Yeah.
from the bottom up. Like, so think that.
Well,
that
I think that's cool. The path you guys are taking, like,
Yeah.
I mean, if you wanted to gig every Friday night, you guys could just go out and play Leonard Skinner and do all that.
I
shit
mean, I
and,
still have
Exactly.
still have a full-time job. Like it's not like I'm.
Yeah.
You know,
I've really taken that stance. Like it's fun. It's man, you know, just like the other night.
It's
I mean,
fulfilling.
we played a few covers up here the other night. We've never played with each other. Yeah. So you have to play a little bit just to.
Well, we were playing cover we were playing Isabel, and I play it the folky Isabel way, and there's a different way to stroke
I mean,
through
guys,
it.
let's be honest. I mean, anybody enjoys a cover tune.
They
here
do.
And there.
Well, a good song is a good song.
A good song is a good song.
And you always have to have one in your back pocket because if you're losing their interest, like in the Barefoot Louis, we play Santeria, the Sublime song, because we played Athens, and that was the thing.
And every now and then,
if we were losing their attention,
a different version
of
your that as a cover, your little twist of it. That's awesome, man. I mean, and I think it's great. You see, the big guys will do that a lot, man. They'll roll out. Hell, they'll hit a cover just like anybody else, man.
Even I mean, all of them will do that.
Absolutely,
all of them.
Oh man, can I tell you something I'm excited about? And it's way off topic. It's so frat boyish, but it's the Railbird Music Festival in Lexington.
Oh, is that Lexington? I thought it was one in Louisville.
At where they do the
horse track. The horse track. Yeah, that's the one.
So
it's
a 2-day thing. I somehow got on the pre-sale thing, and I got 3 VIPs for me and Amber and Street. And the one night Isabel headlines, and the second night that I'm so excited about, Dave Matthews.
I saw that
band.
Dude.
Headlines. I haven't seen Dave Matthews since 2004, and I've seen him 40 times between that.
Really?
I didn't get down the road. Did you get into Dave?
In the 90s. I was in college when he first came out, dude.
Yeah.
And I followed him around. I was part of the Abercrombie Fitch crowd, out there.
I was too fat
early
for it.
I could not fit into the class.
I had some.
Yeah.
AF.
Yeah.
Big guys had to just wear AF.
No, I had to go straight. I had to go straight American Eagle.
Well, I'm saying if you did have Abercrombie and Fitch, it was just an AF.
Yeah.
It wasn't. Yeah, the britches weren't happening.
No, the britches
mine might have been an FA, fat ass or something. It was not. Yeah. And I was never one to wear that kind of shit to a concert. I just liked Dave Matthews from the start. I saw him a shit ton of times.
It's just the energy that.
Yeah.
And Carter Beauford, he plays such. He plays in such a just an abstract way. He leads with his left hand, but he's right-handed. So I'm right-handed, and you lead with your right hand, playing the hi-hat. But he's right-handed and leads with his left, and that's why his kit's so huge, and he's a massive man.
Yeah.
For Christ's sake, he wears golf gloves to play the drums. So
really?
It's just so full of energy, though. And Dave's getting up there, man. He's like close to 60, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, he's got to be, man.
Yeah.
Because like I said, I was watching him when I was 20, dude. I mean...
Garth Brooks is the same way.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I went to a Garth Brooks show, dude. I mean, he's 90 miles an hour sideways.
Funny story. Can I tell you a funny story about Garth Brooks?
Do you not like Garth Brooks, too?
I love Garth Brooks.
I was going to say, come on now. That'd be
Mom and
kind of
Dad took me to the Ohio State Fair in 92 or 93, and it was full-on ladders swinging off the VHS tape. Yeah. So he played at the Shot. Probably 6 or 7 years ago when he started doing it again.
I went to that.
So in a former life, I was there with some folks, and they went to get T-shirts and stuff, and I went and got in the beer line. So I'm there and got a text
I saw you at that concert.
You might have. Got a text like, where are you? It's like, oh, I'm in the beer line. Come back. They're like, hey, some guy walked by, and he had a lanyard on, and apparently he was with the crew. I don't know, but he asked us where we were sitting, and we told him, and then he gave us 3 tickets. One of them is front row dead center, and the other 2 are like 5 rows back. So you can have this one, me, to go to front dead row center. And I did. I went down there and watched the whole fucking
front
show.
row media.
Wow.
I have selfies of like Garth teabagging me, I was in it with a group of women that worked at a dentist office in Parkersburg. And that all came together, and the same thing happened to them that happened to us. And their husbands were in that back row, I'm serious. They were buying me beer. It was so much fun.
great.
Like, and it was right there. Sang every word. Was hoarse for like 2 days after.
that's
Like,
awesome.
couldn't even exist. Like,
That's awesome.
Yeah.
oh my god.
You know, it's amazing. There are certain guys out there that just put a concert
Mick
on.
Jagger.
Oh yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, man. You guys
show.
are going to laugh at me on this. In the last 3 years, prior to COVID, when you couldn't go to any, I saw Eric Church.
Oh,
Okay.
Love going to Eric.
And I mean, you know, I love his music.
Love going
It's
to
good
Eric
stuff. But
Church,
like, you want to talk about a show?
A show.
That dude does not stop. I don't know how he does that every night, dude.
Oh, dude, they have to be in great
What
shape.
a show! I mean,
It's not a concert. It's not a guy and 4 of his buddies playing some songs. It's a show.
It's a show.
It's a production.
I had no idea what I was getting into. Like the guys I worked with were like, "Hey, man, the Chief, we're going, yeah," and I'm like, "Well, I mean, I like his music." I had no idea what I was getting into.
A guy like a mid-level guy, they're going to have a tour bus and a tractor trailer, and then you have Garth and Eric and the big ones,
20 tractor
tractor trailers, like a whole.
Oh, I mean, lights, fire. I mean, you know.
All of it, yeah. Back to Dave Matthews, Carter Beaufort's drum kit, the way that they did it. So, a box trailer is 102 inches wide.
Okay.
So it's this aluminum platform that his sits on, I think it's 98 inches. It gives 2 inches clearance on either side, and it just slides in the back. They
leave it assembled.
They have a trailer just for his that have rails that it slides into, and then they just
Load it up.
strap it down and go, bud. Like, it's so awesome.
They just leave it.
It's like the
intact.
traveling circus, man. That's why you love going to shows. 'cause
Sure, I like to see what
Well,
can
now
they
that's
do. What can you do? What can you pull off?
Yeah.
I gave you $75.
Yeah,
How
yes.
much are you going to give me for
Well,
it?
and
You know?
the Dave Matthews Band never disappointed on that.
I never did
man.
go see it.
The guy that played the violin there too.
Oh,
man,
he's-
I
yeah,
mean,
oh,
my
yeah.
God,
The one old boy, they're all from Virginia, there, Charlottesville, I think. But the one old boy that played, he played horns. He wrecked a 4-wheeler and got killed or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't
Didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah.
I mean,
Dave's old.
I haven't stayed as into him as what I was at one time.
Yeah.
But man, anytime a song comes on, if I'm listening to Sirius or something like
Yeah.
that, dude, it's like
It's
you know.
coincidental. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, like if you look at that, guy was ahead of his time. Then that music will last forever, dude.
It does. And
I mean, it was a
think of
completely
everything that
different genre at the time that he came out.
you know how good they're going to be. What other bands are they leaving behind with them? That like OAR. OAR was huge. Class of 2003. OAR was.
my.
Or we used to call it OR
Hey,
because
class 2003 down to 96.
Yeah, I was going to say,
we're-
well, no, go on back.
Yeah.
because we're fucking Appalachian, we call it OR.
That was in my,
And then I moved to Columbus to go to
they're like,
school, and they're
dude,
like,
yeah.
"Or what? What is that? You mean OAR? Yeah, that.
That's
yeah,
what I
them
mean.
boys.
Yeah, I'm just joking, dude.
Yeah, I didn't know. Like,
so
sorry.
I got to ask you this. Everybody bust my balls, but the thing with this Appalachia music, and maybe tell me if your new band is like this. Are you guys like? Here's one thing. Let's talk about another thing tonight.
about it, man.
Holler. Have you, the movie Holler?
haven't
Okay, I
seen
have not seen it yet.
I watched it the other night on Amazon.
Is
Yeah,
it on
Tommy's
Amazon?
good buddy of mine, Brad Pittenger's.
Yeah, Brad was on there.
He
yeah.
makes some
Was he?
appearances.
He
Was
was
it
on
good?
there.
I haven't seen it.
Hey, did you watch it, Tommy?
Joe
I watched
Hemsley.
it last night.
I watched it last. Okay,
Can we get it up on the? Can we get it up there,
We'll
Tommy?
throw her a
Can we get it
shout.
up on
Hey,
the screen?
I thought it was very well produced.
It
Was it?
I thought it was very well produced.
So give me background.
How did Joe
on it.
do? Joe Hemsley.
Great.
He was like the teacher.
Joe
in it,
did great.
right? Like,
So Nicole Regal is from here. Okay, I believe you'd have to read the paper. It's in the Telegram.
Like Regal Ridge?
It's either that. I think it's like I'm totally
She
off
from
here.
Jackson?
She's from
Common
Jackson.
or-
I think
or
she's
Oak Hill?
more like I think she's a distant relative to like Mark and them.
oh, okay.
Okay. Tyson.
Yeah.
She maybe Regal Ridge. Those all I think are tied in somewhere or the other. Okay,
Yeah.
so I met her a couple years ago up at the brewery, and super nice person, super nice. Thought she did a great job on the production, didn't you?
Very well done.
Very well done.
I mean, give me the underlying.
The underlying the story.
What was it?
The story is there's a girl from Appalachia, Jackson,
Sure.
Ruthie, and basically they have no parents. The mom is in rehab. I don't know where the dad
Kind
is.
of a sign of the times story.
Okay,
from what I
and
understand.
her and her brother they have to do anything that they can do to make ends meet. They're getting
Sure.
eviction notices and everything else.
Oh yeah, sad.
So they take to scrapping. They get in with
yeah.
they get into stealing copper and all and doing all that stuff, and then finally one day Ruthie wises up. She's in there's a series of struggles and troubles, and then Ruthie leaves Jackson, and basically it's the story of how a girl got out.
Yeah.
Okay, now
Because she was very bright.
she was a super
extremely intelligent.
artsy, even just thought she was like the manager,
A diamond in a rough.
diamond in a rough.
Yeah.
So.
That's good, man. There's good stuff down here.
I gotta see that.
People
Okay.
with good ideas.
Now-
Yes.
I got it, and I just like the Appalachian music.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
I just am not that depressed right now.
Well,
Oh,
it's-
me either,
And I
dude.
get
Did you
a
get
lot,
that?
yes.
Did you get that like gray feeling? Like if I was her,
Was it supposed to be depressing, kind of?
well, it was, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
the color
Did
of
it
the
make
of
us
the
all
movie.
look like a
Yeah.
bunch of dumbasses? And it was shot in like the
Gray, like-
Schindler's List
Yes.
type
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
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 That was the one with Amy Adams.
There was. I don't know that there was a ray of sunshine in the whole movie.
No.
I mean, it was all just. Really
Was it
gray.
rough to watch? Like, was
No,
it kind of rough?
no. I mean, I watched it, and that's not my kind of movie. Like, I'm more of a stand-up comedy guy.
Yeah.
But
I think I'd really like that kind of. I really want to see it. We've got to download that.
$6 on Amazon.
Well, I mean, I just need like give me 2 hours, dude. I mean, that's what I got to find right now.
I did it last Friday night whenever after everybody went to bed. I knew I was staying up, and I was like, shit.
It blew my expectations out of the water.
Were your expectations
Yes.
low?
Yeah, I was like, this.
I figured
you enjoyed it.
It was
it was
much. It was much better than your typical independent film.
Did
Yes.
Mindy like it?
Yes.
She wasn't. She didn't
She didn't watch
So
it.
they said that
Christy like it? Did you?
Yeah.
Okay.
they said it had been done for a couple of years, and it was just getting it through.
It was probably
Within the
year and a
last-
half, 2 years.
Yeah.
Did she just go out there and do it? Like just,
She
When,
came.
when you saw
Well,
her
I
at the
think-
brewery, it was in the works.
I mean, did she just?
She was coming here for like 6 months to look at filming locations, that
Yeah.
type of thing.
No. I mean, I know people that have done it, but like, did she just leave and go to L.A. and just like take creative?
Well, I think
art
the
classes
movie kind
or-
of gives you a hint of kind of like her life because
I gotcha.
she's told everybody that.
Is it
as-
autobiographical?
yeah, kind of. Because as a student, they told her that she would never amount to being
Yeah.
a producer, and she would
Yeah.
never get out of Jackson
Gotcha.
County,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
she set her goals, and she went and produced this film. And
And you got to
I
do
mean,
that, man.
Ruthie, it kind of like is
What year
Nicole was.
did Nicole graduate from Jackson High School?
3 or 4 or 5.
Is that why she included
Tommy, can we
Joe
get that up
Benson?
on the
I mean,
on the big screen?
yeah.
Yeah, Tommy. Yeah.
I have a TV in my garage I don't use that you guys need to put in here, and
Yeah.
then Tommy can
Flip it over.
pull it up.
Did
we
I mean
discuss
so? I bet that's how Joe came to be in it.
So,
I didn't realize he was an actor, man. I can't wait to
so
congratulate him. the
have
next
you
time I
guys?
see him.
And I'm going to come back to the year thing, but Hillbilly Elegy. It was a movie.
I watched that too. There was another
So
one that I wasn't real
there
big
was
fan
a
of.
lot of tension from people. Well, goddamn, nobody from Middletown in Hamilton County is Appalachian. Well, when they moved up there from Pike County, Kentucky. Yeah,
Hey, I
They
get it.
are.
I
Yeah,
get
they
it.
are.
I
Yeah.
get it. There's an opioid problem. I get it.
Well, it's
I
a
get
huge thing.
But yeah, I mean, we also have some of the most beautiful scenery.
Well, I mean,
on the
here's
planet.
the thing. I think it has always.
We do unique. And
You know,
We have some of the
what always
best
happens,
people.
dude.
Yes.
What always happens to this area, and I think that sometimes we could perhaps be guilty of carrying a chip on our shoulder. I know
do.
I am.
We do.
In the fact of like, it seems like whenever we're on, like if we're on a Columbus news station or any of the local news stations, it's always some sort of a story and they pick the people to interview.
Now, easy now. I was on WSAZ
Well,
last
like
week.
Pudge and
We're gonna get to
Bradman.
that.
They're always getting
Go
like
on.
Pudge and Bradman and guys.
I
like
thought I tried to spin a positive light.
I'm just kidding. Normally,
I thought I told Brad Budd, I said, I hope to God you do something hillbilly and you turn into a meme.
Yeah.
I said,
Well, no,
praying
what
to
I'm
God.
saying,
You just do
normally
something.
the people they choose, they choose some jackass
Oh,
that
yeah,
goes
there we
up there and says something stupid, and then people's thoughts of Jackson, Ohio,
And I'm just
or
tired.
Oak Hill
That
is
doesn't help our
we're full of a
situation.
bunch of people with no teeth, and
Yeah.
no
So-
shoes, yeah.
Amber's from Pike County, so I'm you boys. If you live in town here, I'm sure you get WBNS and the Columbus stations. So when she moved down on the hill, the morning I like my WSAZ.
Well, heck yeah,
If
man.
I'm froggy, I like my ag report before my 5 o'clock WSAZ. You know what I mean with my coffee. And I don't know. She'd been there 6 or 8 months. She was like, that kind of news in the morning, it's not so depressing. It's like, no. Right. She was like, they were talking about a litter of kitties in Barboursville behind the mall that they came and rescued, and they've, you know what I mean? They put it, I'm like, I know, it's not so sad. There's some bad stuff going on, and it's always like the east side of Charleston or whatever.
Hell yeah.
But everything else is hunky-dory, and I don't know.
Well, I think when you're in the middle of it, like we are, right? We're submerged in Appalachia.
We are.
Whatever you want to say.
We're right at the threshold. Man.
Yeah. Well, my thing is like, hey, I think it's great down here. Now, I'm that's not for 1 second discounting the opioid epidemic and stuff like that.
I've buried 32 of them on my basketball.
I mean, what I'm saying is, man, come out, go on a Jeep ride, dude.
Yeah.
And see this area.
Get in a buggy.
Go mushroom hunting.
Get in a buggy. Go mushroom hunting. Go bow hunting.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Go hike.
Yeah.
Get off your ass and stop bitching about where you're at.
Look at some of those other.
Yeah.
I mean, like, enjoy this area, man.
Yeah.
We've got some rare things here, man.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful country,
It is.
And I what I see from most people that come down here, like guys that I work with and stuff, they love to come to
here.
Jackson. Yeah. Everybody I went to college with, they love coming here because, really in their head, they're thinking, I don't know about that down there, dude.
What they've been told is what.
And then they come down there like, God, those are the nicest people I've ever met in my life, dude.
They love it here.
Yeah.
The and that's my only. Everybody talks about like the new country, and that's my only problem with like the Appalachian stuff, and it's not a problem. I'm just not that depressed,
Right.
And like so, like last night or 2 nights ago, some guys I was playing music out there at the Orchard. You texted me last night. I was out there the night before.
I just wanted to ride the buggy out there.
Yeah,
take her out there and look at that.
I was out there with Jake and the boys from Warex, and we were picking some guitars, and they introduced me to this Zach. I knew of Zach Bryan.
Oh man, tell me more about it. Do you have a guitar here?
No.
Oh, man.
Well, they introduced me to this song, Crooked Tooth. I just can't get into it. I'm sorry. I mean,
really?
Ain't nobody murdered nobody like that.
Yeah, but I mean,
it's great stories.
Do you think in the beginning, the first lyric to that song, if 2 fill-ups is all it takes, I guess I'll take the ride.
Yeah.
Down past the riverside.
I get it.
It's just it's how you interpret what they're saying. I don't look at it as depressing. The melody might be slower.
It's a murder song.
And but murder ballads are the best, man.
Well, I know, but I'm just saying, like, I'm just not that dark.
Yeah, I'm not either.
But like, man, you listen to Sturgill Simpson and stuff, man. That's not that dark.
He's pretty dark.
Tyler Childers. Well, I mean, yes,
Sturgill's terribly dark.
But
Sturgill's out there.
Sturgill's out there.
I love
you know
him,
what, though,
like,
man?
Would you do DMT?
I listen.
Like he did?
I don't. So wait a minute, Pudge. But have you tried DMT?
I haven't.
Rogan, how he always stopped people like,
but have you
tried DMT?
Yeah.
Would you?
No.
You're not going to do DMT?
No, absolutely not.
I might one of these days.
I don't know.
That shit scares me to death.
And what scares me to death is an episode of The Sopranos when, Christopher died, when Moltisanti died, and
I hadn't thought about that.
And Tony was taking care of his estates and his loose ends, and he went to Vegas, and the girl that danced, and they went and won a bunch of money and DMT in the casino, and then went to the desert, and I was like, I don't want to do that. Like, I'm good. Like,
yeah, but Sturgill songs to me, like, okay, yes, they're incredibly dark.
They are.
But man, if I'm looking, like, dude, sitting down having a glass of bourbon and a cigar, or a couple of beers, even like,
dude,
it doesn't depress me, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
in the right setting, I love it.
Yeah,
But I'm saying, like, if it's on a Monday and I'm trying to,
well, I mean, you're not going to work out to it, dude. Or I mean, you know.
And I'm a fan.
It's going to be background music at the end of the day.
Yeah, yeah.
What do you think, Tommy? You're not even.
What do you listen to, Tommy?
Yeah, what do you listen to?
I listen to everything.
I do too.
Well, me too. But like, what are you listening to now? What did you listen to on the way
Is your
up?
driver like feeling a beat, or is your driver like, let's see how dark we can get?
I'm more or less feeling a beat.
Yeah,
I mean,
I like to feel groove, feel
Yeah.
beat.
You like to nod the head. And,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Drums and bass.
I love
drums and bass.
I love a
They
punch.
come for the guitars and the lyrics, but they
like,
leave dancing
man, there's a
because of the
certain-
drums
the
and the
punch.
bass.
Like whenever they come in and they'll just and they just come down on the
listening
one.
by yourself too, I mean, I get it, but like also it kind of depends on the group of people you're listening with, and like I don't know, there's something about some of those, Sturgill and Tyler and stuff. Sometimes I just like listening to the lyrics of a song.
Yeah.
And it's kind of cool, and you get into that vibe.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, that's obviously not going to be when you're sitting at a party,
Yeah.
with a bunch of people. But like if you're just sitting there by
Yeah.
yourself, like I don't find it depressing. Like I'll sit there and be like, damn.
Some of it I do, some of it I don't.
I mean, some of it I definitely find depressing, or it's a
Coulter
slower-
Wall, I think, is depressing.
Well, but Coulter's not. He's old timey, man. It's like
He
old.
is, yeah.
I mean, so John Byers is a song that he did, and the small town that he's from. It's about northern Saskatchewan, which is like northern Montana,
Yo, you give
in
me some ice,
Canada.
boys.
We're going to wrap it up.
Oh, okay.
Are we going to wrap it up?
Yeah, we've been about an hour.
Have we been an hour?
Yep.
Is that the limit?
We've been trying to keep them right.
Yeah,
at that.
yeah.
Does it cost more?
Time
or-
flies when you're having fun.
What's
dude.
the?
No, it's
People won't listen to the whole
it's
thing.
about listeners.
Like the length.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm not telling you to wrap it up. I was just telling Chad.
Oh yeah. Well, no, yeah.
we
I mean,
won't be
can.
much longer.
I can do a.
No.
If we got a drum kit, I can do a fade into.
No, I will, and I mean, this is all stuff. I was looking at your Jamie Murray Instagram, and I mean,
We got to cut it. I got this.
He's got piss, yeah.
Oh, God.
But that's what you.
We got to do it again.
What?
Were you going to chop it up or?
No, he'll get pissed.
Oh, so
yeah.
are you coming? You can't hear me. You can't hear me the same way.
Yeah, yeah.
I can't serenade you.
But like that's what we put anything up on our Instagram
Yeah.
and stuff. But
So let me ask you. Can I ask you a
the
serious
viewers
question?
is what we try for.
Do you listen or have you listened to like Townes Van Zandt or John Prine?
Oh, yeah.
Like listen to them.
Yeah.
Like get into it.
Yeah,
Okay.
I haven't got into it. I'm not captivated by it.
Okay.
I'm more of a.
Do you like reading books? You
No.
Damn it, Pudge, you're making this hard. John Prine wrote some wonderful books on songwriting. You should read them.
I should, but I'm like like Tommy and I'm more of a it just if
beat?
I'm and like what I'm finding out, like I could sing about that shit. Hell, I'm as Appalachia as anybody.
Oh yeah.
But like I just like to write like I don't know. I like a little snappier.
Catchier.
I like
Yeah,
a little snappier
A
deal.
little, yeah.
Like that song I've been writing for my wife that I played to. That's
I mean, dude, like I'd never heard him, and I sat down and somehow was in key, chasing you around playing lead. And like,
yeah.
yeah.
It's a cool little song. I just
It's
that's
catchy.
what I was telling
Yes.
Ian. If you strip, we got a mutual friend, Nick Donnelly, and if you strip a lot of that newer country stuff down, like to its acoustic
Well, like
bass.
Up Down, man. Like it was,
Sorry, guys.
dude. They were playing it at the stage, that Christmas party,
Oh yeah,
and then like Amber and I were going somewhere, and it was on the radio, and I was like, "Wait
That's
a
the guy
minute!"
that wrote
I was
it.
like, "I swear to God, is that what Donnelly played?" And then Google, you go right to it, and it's like, "Fuck!" Like, damn it!
you
like,
were with the guys that wrote Up There.
yeah, them boys that wrote it, like they played it out there, and I'm, dude, Pudge, I'm so cool with that, man.
And they were like,
good for him, man.
Now
Like,
the way
it's-
that they were,
yes.
this is what I'm getting into. This is what's so cool about it is, you know how go Google that and you'll see Morgan Wallen and Hardy standing on a fishing dock.
Yeah.
and it. And they're like, keep doing that.
Yeah.
And they talk, and because like that's all that started was just that. you know, or however that lick goes.
Well, I don't hate new country.
They built the song off of that and
That lick.
and that's the way the Eagles used to do all their songs.
Oh, yeah.
The Eagles would write their songs. They would stick Don Henley and Don Felder and Joe Walsh, and they would come up with like Life in the Fast, like and
then they write
they would write the song based off of that, based off that lick.
Joe Walsh could cook a full Italian dinner hanging from a rope from a helicopter. Like he could do whatever he wanted to do.
Don Felder's better than he is.
He was, yeah.
I thought so. After I watched
Yeah.
the documentary, I was like, well, shit.
Yeah.
Joe's second fiddle to this cat.
Well, yeah. Their farewell Christmas. I had a Christmas present one year that was their farewell tour. Gillen went in Charleston, but it was their first one of three.
I bought
two
Dad
or three.
Yeah, I was going to say they wound up
tickets.
having them 3 or 4.
Two or three. I don't know. Half a
Now
dozen.
Vince Gill and Glenn Fry's boy are fronting it.
Vince Gill's fronting it? Really?
Isn't he?
No, that's one of the most unique
So I
voices.
just, before we, tone
Google that for me.
before we tone it down, like, do you?
Well, now that Chad's pissed, we're good. Hell, we
we get in our hour.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm good.
Like, Conway and Keith Whitley. And do you listen to that kind of stuff?
I used to. I mean,
don't-
I've played Folsom Prison and that shit so much over the years that I'm just
You kind of burn out on it? or
Yeah,
something?
I mean-
See, I love that shit, though, still. Like,
Vince Gill's playing with the Eagles and
Really?
yeah,
That's crazy.
That would be good.
Don Henley, Joe Walsh, Timothy Smith,
Tim Schmidt.
Brian Vince Gill.
Really?
On the bass player, they took both of those bass players. The guy that did the original Desperado.
Ooh, that's such a good.
What was
covers
the high note in Desperado?
And it's an unfortunate way to be introduced to the Eagles, but remember the country cover album that they did when Travis Tritt and
yeah,
all
that was really
like
good,
that's
man.
how
Yeah.
I got introduced to the Eagles.
is that right?
Yeah.
Was that the first time you...
That's the
you-
first dude.
Was it called, like,
85.
Crossroads?
That's true. Yeah.
It was
yeah.
Who was it?
Who did
Crossroads? Is that
Yeah,
what it's
something
called?
like that. It was
Who did,
amazing.
Who
It was so
did
good.
Hotel California on that album?
Oh, I don't even. Can you?
Yeah,
What's with the laptop? Does it?
we don't have internet.
It's just all, they're in the internet. And that's
They're in
all
the
we do.
Do you guys
What
have
about
phones?
you?
You have iPhone?
Yeah.
You do.
Oh, yeah.
You have hotspots.
Yeah, but we don't need internet. We're not live.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is our
Oh,
this is
that's
our
right.
shutdown time.
Yeah, nobody's watching.
Yeah, nobody's watching this right now.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, in theory,
Yeah.
this probably won't air.
Do you watch a lot of podcasts,
I do. Yeah.
or do you watch them, or just listen to them?
Yes. If
Both. Start off.
So it's-
get a
it-
feel for who's talking.
You know what I like about this guy?
What's that?
Early on, he and I have something in common that we didn't even know.
do you like baseball?
I do not know that. But here's the other thing, man. When you ask him an or question, he will answer it yes
Yeah.
if he likes both.
Yeah.
And I think
There's no
that's
need to
awesome.
make it to waste my time or
Well,
yours.
I always like that. Like
Yes.
when somebody says, "Hey, man, do you like steak or spaghetti?" Like I
Yes.
like to answer that yes.
Yeah.
Because I do. Yeah,
Did this happen because of this or because of that? Yes. Both.
Yeah,
yes.
yes, both yes or either.
Yeah,
Yeah.
either. Yes.
Like the correct answer to an or question, if
Yeah.
one of the two is correct,
Yeah.
Is
the
yes.
answer is yes.
Yeah. And
What's it called? An or question?
Well, like if I say, Pudge, do you like Busch Light or Miller Light?
Yes.
There you go. Because
Or.
Yeah,
Like
do
or
you
and
like
or.
Do you like Busch Light? Now it's different if I say, do you like Busch Light and Miller Light? Like if you don't like Miller Light, then the answer isn't yes, correct?
It's
But
not,
if I
yeah.
say, do you like Busch Light or Miller Light?
Yeah.
The answer is
Yes.
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 I
Or if
like
you're
Busch
like,
Light a lot.
do you
Yeah.
like Busch Light better than Bud Light?
That's totally different.
Totally
question.
different question.
But if I say, hey man, do you like Busch Light or Bud Light? It'd be yes.
Yeah.
But if somebody
An
said
or
to me,
question.
do you like
Yeah. You just say yes.
yeah, do you
So
like
you guys
Bud
are
Light?
college
Do you like?
kids.
Do you
Well,
like?
no,
do you guys
I'm
like?
not.
It's like.
Drop
Do you
out.
like? Do you
No.
like
No,
Bud
no.
Light or
smoking
amber
American
beers?
Spirit.
No.
Those are made with 100%, and I'm serious.
What is it with these American spirits?
Now listen to
Now,
me.
Ian, you're
Organic,
half
right?
farmer, half
Now
It's
listen.
organic, right?
Now, no. Now listen. Let me tell you about it.
They're healthy.
They do have healthy, crazy ones.
Yeah.
These ones are made only with tobacco from Kentucky, North Carolina, and Virginia. That's
Okay.
it.
I didn't
The
know
other
that.
ones
What are they? $14 a pack?
No, they're a carton's like $88. So
That's not bad. $8 a pack.
It's not.
It's
$100% to. Do they in Oak Hill? I mean, tobacco. I used to stack and bale it. I used. The Joneses would let me.
Gary
help.
Jones, you work for Gary Jones?
Absolutely.
Did you?
Timmy Jones is my neighbor. Timmy taught me how to ride.
Timmy's old school buddy of mine.
Teach me how to ride dirt bike.
Really?
And then, I
was like Timmy Jones.
Oh yeah, love all them boys. But Gary would let me help when I was as tall as a steak. And when I thought
you lived out on the other side of Oak Hill, though, right? You was on 279 the other way.
Cherry Fork.
You lived in Cherry Fork.
Yeah, Timmy and they were Bethany and all of them. They were my neighbors. Gary.
Oh, behind Dad and Edie.
Yeah. So where Brenda lives now? Brenda Evans.
I don't know her.
It's right there beside.
I do. Yeah.
Do you know drive school bus?
Yeah, she was one of our. She was a client.
The Lloyd family's a full on, like the Evans and Lloyd in Oak Hill, not like Mamie Lloyd, but the other side of it. We're all.
Are you related to Mamie and Paul?
We are distantly, like fourth, fifth cousins. Like it's out there. Yeah, but my grandpa's family were Edwardses that came over on the boat from Wales. So actually, right before Grandpa Lloyd died, the BBC came over and they were doing a documentary, and they did like 35 minutes with him.
That's awesome.
Oh, that's cool.
They did.
That's cool.
Like,
So you're like full bred Welsh, dude. Like you're right there.
Half or a little less than like genetically, however it shakes out.
Well, I mean, and that's Oak Hill.
I love it.
Really,
That's
hell,
what
that's
I am.
Jackson. That's
Yeah,
Jackson.
dude.
Yeah,
Jackson
County.
County.
It is.
I mean,
Used to
there's
be.
a lot.
And Galplis and Jackson County are really
Rye Grand.
and Lawrence, like right along that river, that whole collective.
A lot of Welsh.
I
Man.
think they had a different. I don't know. I think when it got to Ironton, it was a little different. But from Galplis to Athalia, shout out to Mark Moore and Athalia, on down, like it's we're our own. We're not the sad opioid stricken.
That's what I'm saying.
It's not.
Oh
It's
yeah,
a
dude.
beautiful
I'm with
place,
you on
man.
that 100%.
Yeah, like
beautiful
I'm just,
place. Yes.
and I don't know
Yeah.
who would fix that. I don't want any part of it, but
No.
I'm trying to do it with Jeeping for Joy.
Yeah, dude. I
Like,
mean,
you guys
you're
do
doing-
good stuff.
we're
There's
trying
lots of
to.
people
I
doing
mean,
You know, like
yeah,
you'll never
yeah.
hear me. I mean, I'm here. I've said this 1,000 times. I'm here by choice, not by chance.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm here because I choose to be.
Yeah.
I want
Not
to be
because
here.
I have to be.
Well, hell no,
want to
man.
be
I
here.
mean,
And
I mean, I could live in any number of cities and do the same job I'm doing.
I've
right
got
now.
friends all over this
You know.
globe, and whenever we talk, there's goods and bads of every situation, and I just feel like we're like stereotyped with this. This and hey man, there is hollers and there is and people
But you
are
know
poor.
what's wrong with that?
Nothing wrong with
Dude,
that.
I mean,
here's
Some of the
the thing.
greatest people I ever met. was
My
from the
address
holler.
for the last 14 years, there is a part of it that says hollow. Like I
Yeah.
live in a holler.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Holler General,
Like
bud.
it's
I love that.
Monroe.
shit, by
Are
the
you
way.
Monroe Holler?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Monroe Holler boys. Let's
I
talk about
know. I have. It's at Mom's somewhere. It's over on Star Street somewhere in a tote. But I have a CD that is uber bluegrass, man.
Man, one
Love
of
my
the
bluegrass.
greatest musical things that I was ever a part of was whenever, and I still play with them some whenever I can, but what little bit of jamming that I did with Red Brush and we had a band called
that-
Hay Creek Revival.
Is that Harry Coon and
Woot Darty and
Harry's
Jeremy
just
Sharp.
up on the ridge from me. He's on Coon Ridge, and I'm like, yes.
No, Harry's here.
Is he here now?
Yeah, he'd been here for 20 years, probably.
Really? Well, there's coons up on that.
Yeah, there's coons up on that ridge. But
KUHN, like Philip, the baseball coach.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on now. Let's be
The
careful.
name of the road
Yeah.
is Philip Coon Road, so every time I drive by, I'm like, man,
that's when you know you're a celebrity.
yeah.
I got that road's name.
Damn it, Phil.
Yeah. Nice job, Phil. Nice job.
But that was one of my. I was honored that those guys would play with me.
It's fun, man. It's
Well, and I mean those are the points of this area that are never publicized,
they don't.
and that's what we've got to do is
And
show
they're holler
people.
people, and they're wonderful.
Well, and let me tell you something, man. Like I said, the guys I work with, last 10 years I've worked with people from Columbus, Cleveland, Pittsburgh, people from all over. But man, when they come to Jackson. Like they feel like they've sort of gone back in time or whatever.
Yeah.
They just can't believe how nice people are.
Did you get that feeling from that movie? I mean,
What year did she graduate? Did we confirm that?
I couldn't find it.
Okay.
it's on the Main Street TV,
Did we get
the
an
same
age?
paper as that one, that whatever that one was with that article about how they're doing.
What's the name of it?
The Holler.
The Holler? Is it the Holler or the Hollow?
I think it's the.
Well, that just shows me what they know.
Yeah,
if they call it a Hollow,
maybe it is the Hollow. I thought it was the Holler.
And, the shitty part about it, and it still happens to me in life, but if you're on the phone and you have to give your address for something,
you have to say Hollow.
You say Holler, and they're like, and I'm HOLLOW, Hollow.
Yeah, and then they're like, "Well, who is this hillbilly?"
Whenever I was at the bar, there was lots of people that I met that had bought property here just to come down here and enjoy it,
just to hang out.
And I'm like, you don't do this about, and they do to an extent, but you don't do that about like the Smoky Mountains.
No, you can't. You'd have to be.
And that there's just as much meth down there as there is here.
Well, there's crazier shit going on down there. Yeah, we're not. And the opioid pandemic, there's a documentary on HBO, man. I've tried to stay away from getting into it, but I mean, they have these guys that worked for Purdue that are from like Beckley and Bluefield, and they're guys like me and you that were salesmen or whatever. They sold pharmaceuticals, and like the plan that they put into place to take over regions of vulnerable people. And the sales tactics were sickening. Like I went through sales classes for Fastenal and Snapple and sold cars and whatever else, but it's this pure manipulation. Sold cars for 3 months because I couldn't lie to people's faces.
And that was somebody that probably read that book that we always read, The Wedge.
Oh yeah.
So they saw this market, and there again, and now you're kind of breeding it as. This area of poverty stricken. Hey, we're not the richest people, but we're pretty happy people.
Yeah, well, I think that what has happened, like the opioid epidemic gets a lot of, exposure because it's awful, right? I mean, it is. It's awful.
I've lost a brother-in-law. I've lost several friends.
Yeah, it's awful.
It's awful. I mean, but everybody here has been affected by it.
And I mean, there's a lot of things in this area that contribute to it. I mean, look, guys, we're not living in Job Hub Central.
No, we're not.
Of the United States. Well, I mean, it's tough to make a living
service-oriented community. You buy off me, I buy off you.
Yeah, and it's a tough, it's a tough situation for people. There's a lot of people out there that are having a really hard time, and it tends to, it's easy to get caught up in that.
It is. It's real easy to get caught
and there's
up.
a lot of guys that, I mean, look, man, a lot of guys start that, by maybe getting injured at work or something, and then they start taking some pain medication or something. I mean, I would think that'd be the minority as far as what we're calling the problem.
It would be, and then they look at it for financial gain. To kick them out to the ones that aren't doing the right thing with it.
But there's thieves everywhere. So they're stealing copper wire out of houses here. Yeah, they're robbing cars in big cities.
Oh yeah, I mean, people are getting carjacked and stuff, man. I mean, hey, listen, you can find it anywhere.
Anywhere.
I mean, but what I think that we've always tried to do with this show, and what I always try to tell people is like, look, man, yes, we have a horrible opioid epidemic down there. I mean, I'm not a denier, for God's sake. Yeah. But man, there's a lot of good down here too. You got to come check it out. A lot of good people.
It's that what they call the epidemic. Like we've passed through it. Like we're on the other side of it. It's still awful.
I think we're on the downhill side. I think
you think so? Do you guys think so? Really?
I really do.
Now I'd have to talk to somebody in law enforcement. I'm sure they would disagree.
Yeah.
But it's almost took care of itself.
You can't blame heroin, and you can blame heroin, but you can't blame like meth and other things on the opioid pandemic because they're going a different direction. So they're different.
Yeah.
Do you think marijuana is a gateway?
No, I don't.
Now everybody that I know that has OD'd or whatever has started with marijuana, but I'm not saying that was the problem. I'm saying maybe part of the problem was they weren't allowed, that all of it was illegal.
I think that
then it came down to choice.
Well, I mean, you're always looking to improve, right?
Yeah.
Like the buzz is never good enough.
Yeah.
I think abuse.
Well, I think it is,
and the wanting to escape.
The
bigger gateway
for us. Like, hey, man, bourbon and a few beers like that was great.
I didn't like beer.
Like,
I didn't enjoy beer until later. When we take buggy rides, we always shoot through Black Fork, go over Guy County, and then get on the trails. And Black Fork, man, there was a guy where you could get what you needed, and the guy that would take us would drop us off on the steps, and he'd bring back Zima. We'd get a case of Zima.
Oh, there you go.
The sugary stuff. I think I was 19 when I drank my first Pilsner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And did you like it?
Oh yeah. Well, look at me now.
That's the thing, man. Like I think it's one of those. Like I know, first maybe 2-3 times I had beer, I was like, hey, look at this beer I'm drinking. Yeah. But like, dude, then eventually it's kind of like, oh man, I do like the taste of that, and you start trying some different beers. And,
I'm a complete buffoon if I'm not drinking around the right people.
Yeah.
Well,
like
I can come off the wrong way, and
I am too. Like I've pretty well limited myself. If I'm not with my wife or Chad up here, then I'm not drinking.
Well, it's the textbook bull in a china shop.
Yeah,
that's what it is. Yeah,
because I'm just mouthy enough that if I get a little bit in me and somebody, I'm like, I gotta say it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's that way with anybody, dude.
Yeah.
Well,
I
got the cattle and doing fucking around the farm stuff, and that's what
you can't say fuck.
You can't?
Yeah, please do, actually.
I said it earlier. I thought it was okay. That's
Notice how I said it. You can't say fuck.
The going to the bar and being ornery and getting shit housed around strangers, like, I don't.
That's not my thing anymore.
I think once you pass like that crest of like 30, like you still do it occasionally, right? Like you get around the right crowd, it still goes. I mean, hell, I still do it now.
Sure.
I mean, but
if all of us meet up at the stock room, we're going to get shit-faced.
Oh, but we're probably going to be with a group of people that we feel all good know with. Each other.
11 a.m. or 11 p.m. It's going to be the same.
So why do those?
Right.
So why are these like these people that they're making movies about? Why are they taking it past that? Is it lack of friends?
Is they feel sorry for us, dude? Is why they?
No, but I'm saying if you're an opioid addict,
the people that.
So why aren't you just like doing what we do? Because I've never done that. I mean, I've never done pills. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't. It's not. I don't know, man. It's I guess lack of motivation. You have to put goals in front of yourself and
Well, I think it comes down to trying to take like that, taking the Novocaine, man, like trying to numb a certain amount of pain, and maybe this just isn't strong enough. I mean,
or it's not easy enough.
Yeah, like what I've been trying, like what I try to do. I was a guy, shit. You'd catch me 15, 20 years ago, maybe making the comment like, well, that person is weak if they're doing that, Mm-hmm. And now I think I'm more looking at it like, man, no, there's a serious issue there, man. And there's something that we're all missing.
Now,
there's something that we're all missing, man. And I don't know how I don't know how you stop it.
But the problem is, and this happened to my buddy here not too long ago, was he had it kind of under his belt and he kept it within arm where it needed to be,
right?
But then he gets bad stuff.
Well,
when it kills you,
Well, that's a problem when stuff's not regulated, dude.
And that's so I mean now there's lots of ways to look at that. I don't know. I mean we lost Chopper because that. I mean, Chopper was a guy.
Brandon Henry. When I was in school, he
And I'm afraid we're probably afraid we're probably offending mass amounts of people that would say we have no understanding for it.
Well, but
I would maybe
just saying,
disagree and be like, well, hey man, I don't know. We're living it every day.
Well, yeah.
I mean,
so take him for example. Okay, he was a guy that was just like me. He was he knew lots of people.
Yeah.
He was just kind of just a beer drinker. Kind of guy. Just hits the wrong road.
I steal beer off you.
Absolutely.
And I got some Busch Light. I want a tall boy.
Yeah, whatever.
Give me Busch Light.
Yeah, give me a tall boy. Give me a tall boy.
Here. Complete understanding.
This is the first.
If someone tried to
yank a beer off a gas.
If someone said that I didn't have an understanding for what that
area is
and what it is and how it affects, like I absolutely.
So going back to the music and the movies and everything.
The dude that the family that introduced me to music and how to hear it and interpret it and put your own twist on it, like the guy that was my age that was my best friend, because of the fucking pills and all that, like he hasn't been my friend for almost, I'm 35, so 18's when it happened. So it's been a really long time, and we're talking like from 12 to when that real growth.
Well, and that
because of
that prime years,
because of the fucking pills.
Well, and that was a decision you made consciously, right?
I got away from
you had to get away from it.
And I guess that, to some extent that is the difference, right?
That
I mean,
directly, not that paired with the people I've seen put in the ground because of it.
Yes, yeah,
close to me.
But you got to look back at 18-year-old you and say, hey, man, that was a pretty good decision I made.
Yeah,
like something you told you that, like,
well, if you're doing that math equation, I know at least you and I.
Well, now looking back, but what I'm saying is, at 18, though, for some reason, the three of us right here decided, you know what, man, we're not going to do that. Not going to do that.
I think a lot of that was the only difference that I've seen from guys that I've helped carry out their caskets is, and I don't mean that anybody tried with this. I don't mean that this was deliberate by anybody, but was probably accountability. That's the only thing that. Yeah. Now, I'm not saying that they weren't held accountable, but
accountability to who though?
Well, you're in a shitty spot in a shitty situation, but you're 16 years old. You're old enough to do something about it. Do something about it. Don't ride it.
I mean,
I'm saying my point is. Nobody really to answer to as far as
discipline and
you could get in trouble, and life was so hectic that just due to default there really wasn't much sit down time because life was so busy that you really didn't even have time to discipline, so you just tried to teach right and wrong rather than promote it.
Yeah.
You're talking like from a parenting standpoint?
Yeah, like that's the only thing. So I mean, I've known all these people. We all have. We've all known these people since they've been 5.
And I've seen it all over the spectrum, though, dude. I've seen people whose parents are completely involved.
Like at Oak Hill,
involved or that held them accountable, because that's
true.
That's kind of what I'm saying. There's lots of the parents that I know that were involved.
Yeah,
way more involved than others.
But zero accountability.
But zero wall with the fact that kid could do wrong, or
you can't do that.
Yeah, listen. Yeah. I knew that if I screwed, and I'm not talking just about me, but I'm saying like I knew, and I'm sure that I know your parents. I know your parents. Yeah. If I would have screwed up, let's just say if it was a scale of 1 to 10, and I screwed up past a 6.
Oh yeah. You were getting the belt.
Yeah. I was getting whatever came.
There was going to be problems.
If Pop and Babe were there, I'd had to go get the switch off the.
And it may not be ass whooping. It may be you have no truck now.
Soap. Rosaliana, I am firmly. I know the taste of soap.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, like,
you may.
There was a certain expectation in my house. Coming up. I mean, a certain expectation. I mean, I don't remember getting wild beatings.
No, I didn't either. But
I'll tell you what, I do remember.
But there was fear of it.
Oh,
well, I mean, what there was an expectation.
Well, you had it. I mean, I'm sure your dad was that way. I knew your dad.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure. And I mean, you never really did get crazy.
He knew where I was at every hour of the day. I had no curfew, but as long as he knew where I was at and what I was doing, he was good with it.
He didn't know where you were at, but he did.
Exactly. Jackson's a small town.
Yeah. And I mean, your parents know. And I'm saying, like, I never saw back whenever like these guys were getting a little crazier back, maybe in their early years. I never saw a parent maybe step in and just lose their shit.
So it was always, in Oak Hill, it was, you had the guys that were potheads, and then you had the people that got high. And like the ones that got high were the pills. And
see, I missed the pills. But you would have been right in the heart of it.
The gut of it.
You were the junior.
Yeah, see, guys, you got to understand.
Junior high,
like when Tommy and I were in school.
Yeah. Even me.
I mean, I don't even remember a lot of marijuana floating around a whole lot.
No.
At parties. Did you remember that?
Nope.
I do because I was smoking.
How old?
But,
how old were you when you smoked your first joint?
Old enough.
I was 7th grade.
Oh,
close.
Shit.
Okay. Yeah.
See that, Tommy, like that wasn't even around.
Yeah, I'm 46. I had my first beer after my junior year in high school. Or no, junior year of college.
Yeah.
I went through my freshman and sophomore year.
Yeah.
And still to this day, never touched a joint.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you had the people the potheads that listened to the Grateful Dead, and then you had the people that got high.
Yeah.
And
it was just around. I mean,
it was such a weird, I don't know, man. And even Ethan can speak to it. The culture of it was so weird, like that whole opioid thing, because it literally was like, it was a thing.
Did you see it? Did you see it, Ian?
Oh,
like
yeah,
when
dude.
you were in high school and
seen,
stuff, like was that shit present?
I played a lot of baseball in high school, and you had the guys that, you know, we'd smoke a joint after a game or whatever. And go to the dairy bar and
weed
do
was
whatever.
pretty prevalent whenever I was in high school.
Go to the dairy bar and get some footers.
No,
maybe it was, but it wasn't around me.
But right after me, going into Ian.
Yeah.
Like I can.
You
remember,
weren't around for the pills and shit.
Well, right at the tail end of my high school career, I can remember it started off. I can remember guys doing Ritalin that didn't need Ritalin, and it had like an adverse effect.
Yeah, it was. It reverses, and then you pass your final.
Then you start hearing. Whenever I was like 18, 19, you start hearing about Xanaxes.
Okay.
Then you forget what you're doing. Girls get there's this. Yeah.
Then you got the next thing that hit Jackson, and this would have been in about 01. I was pushing 20. I was 19, 20. Ecstasy.
Yeah.
Hit Jackson. I never did ecstasy. I've never done any of those drugs.
Pills and stuff,
but they were around.
Yeah.
But like something about me, I don't know if it was a lot of maybe your dad. Or the fact
well,
of
like I remember when I was coaching, like I look at two evolutions of that. Like I coached there in the mid to late 90s,
and it wasn't there.
I didn't feel like it was. Now maybe it was, and I just didn't know it.
It wasn't.
Okay, but then when I coached there in the 2000s,
it was there big time.
It was there, dude.
Yeah. Big time.
We lost
two players.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Two drug tests.
Yeah, I mean, it was it was definitely real, and you could tell that the way the high school kids partied.
3 players.
The way that the high school kids partied changed.
Man, there's some crazy documentaries out there. If you guys really, the shit that went on in Steubenville with that football team and high school.
the rape case
and the crazy town.
Chris Daniels.
The way they brushed it out of the.
You don't know Chris.
And it's and we're talking state and federal prosecutors looking at it.
Yeah,
and it's I seen a meme the other day where it's like William Shatner says, "Can you solve this tonight on Unsolved Mysteries?" Me with a half-open bag of Cheetos on the couch. I think I can, William.
Yeah.
You remember Chris Daniels?
Yeah.
Okay. I know you remember.
Hell yeah.
Okay. I was at I may have told this on the show. I think I have, haven't I?
Tell it again, Bob.
But so I'm at a funeral for one of our classmates over at Monkeys, and I'm standing in line. And this guy comes up, and I had a brand new pair of boots on. I will say I was looking
pretty goddamn.
I was looking like a fucking cowboy, slicked up. So.
Hat?
No.
Okay.
Maybe a bowline.
Did you ride a Bronco in?
I had the diesel truck.
Okay. Right.
So I'm standing in line by myself, and I'm looking around at everybody that
dual exhaust. I trust.
In my mind, I'm like, well, you're next, and I'm standing in line, and all these people, going by, and Chris Daniels comes up behind me, didn't know he was there. And he was like, "What are you doing, cowboy?" and squeezed me, and I hadn't seen him since high school.
Sure.
And we got talking about it. He's doing great.
I know.
He's doing great.
Yeah, I heard that.
And he said, we was talking about this particular funeral, and I was like, man, what do you think, Daniels? He goes, man, He goes, and this was the best saying I've heard, and it was so true. He goes, Pudge, he said, you remember about 2003, 2004? And he said, the party stopped. And he said, you quit doing drugs to have a party, and they started doing drugs to get through life.
Yep.
And he was like, the world got gloomy and dark, and I was like, man, I remember that because like it went from like it was almost like it happened in a weekend. You know what I mean? You know,
so you could relate to that statement.
Oh my God! Yeah. I remember being with a group of guys that I'm no longer that great of friends with, but you know, early on they
still
were
consider them friends.
Early on, that was your team. That was your pick five, boys. That was your we're going to AAU tournament or whatever. And this is or we're going to this basketball and this is my team. I mean, these guys were just good parents, good everything, and I can remember being at a party with them one weekend, and then like the next weekend, I can remember just being like, nah. I'm just not into that right now.
It's getting a little bit hard.
Let's go.
It's getting weird.
Let's go get a four. And I can remember that's whenever I started racing four wheelers, and me and Workman and them boys, and I just kind of gravitated, and I was like,
you got to find that rush, man.
You kind of want to go back to the hey man, I'm just going to hang out with that beer drinking crowd.
Yeah,
and, hey, there might be a J sparked here and
there. Sure.
But like,
well, first of all, I don't
go
think
that hard.
I don't think weed's bad.
I don't either, dude.
Well,
I don't think weed's bad.
I'm a medical card carrier.
I have my medical card.
I mean, to me,
there's worse things in life,
dude. I gotta be honest with you. I mean, I've said it. I don't know if I've said it on the show or not. I think I probably have. Like, if I didn't get piss tested for my job all the time, I mean, I would certainly partake in it occasionally. Yeah. I mean, it's just one of those things. Like, maybe they should probably legalize it.
I really don't know why they haven't.
I don't either, because I mean, they're doing the medical card thing, and that's working.
It is.
And
it's putting tax dollars back into the.
What's the problem?
I've just never looked at weed as like this
addictive,
hardcore deal. Like,
because nobody's going to die from it.
I've never really seen somebody just waste their life away
on weed.
Which, I mean, that's a terrible thing for me to say.
They probably made their shitty life better.
Yeah, well, I mean, like what weed. You don't see is like a downward spiral.
I could name you guys. I could start naming guys right now that have made their shitty life better on weed.
Yeah, me one.
Well, I mean, hey, listen. I mean, the thing is, the thing is, though, what I'm saying, like this other stuff, man, like the difference in weed and taking opioids. I mean, my God, man, we're talking completely
I don't want to drool myself and throw up.
Well, I mean, you're talking about two different kinds of fucked up.
Can you imagine having them goddamn sores like that?
I just want to weed eat the bank and like eat dinner and then maybe watch something funny and go.
Yeah,
that's really all you do.
Yeah,
you give me a good stand-up comedy show.
Yeah.
You give me a mower
like
that doesn't break down.
Documentary.
Yes. Well, guys, I mean, I'm telling you what, we're sitting here as three lucky men.
We are.
I feel like we've made it through.
Yeah, well, we didn't get sucked into that.
Everybody was like coronavirus. I thought, well, shit, I made it through Appalachia from 2003 till now.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know that our odds were any better. My odds were better because it simply wasn't around.
Yeah, you two, it wasn't.
Yeah,
I can remember it plain as day. And by the time he got through
I've never really fully understood it, because I didn't go through it. And I mean, it's not that I'm not empathetic to it. My God, I am.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't like seeing these guys die.
Yeah,
my God, I coached them. I loved them.
Yeah.
And still do.
Yep.
And there's a lot of them are still struggling. And I feel for them. If there's anything I could do for them, I'd do it.
What do you do for them?
I don't know. I mean,
what do you think?
So I mean, I'm just going to say, it did directly affect me. My mom remarried. I left Oak Hill as a sophomore. I graduated school from Zane Trace in Kinnikinnick. Yeah, okay. That's where I graduated from, and the shit that went on down here directly affected me. Yeah. I went up there and I went to Columbus and went to school and whatever, but came right back down here. Came right back to Monroe Hollow. 14 years now I've been back down here.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I got away from the bullshit.
Are you saying it was different at Zane Trace?
Oh, it's totally different.
There wasn't
when I went to school there, I buried one guy that I played baseball with very closely, like over at, what's the park over by the filling station?
No, High Street. Eddie Jones.
Eddie Jones. Yep, we play a lot of ball down there. Doubleheader a lot.
Oh, you're talking about guys from down here that you were
when
not your Zane Trace guys.
No, when I was in Zane Trace, I came back down here to bury guys that I went to played athletics with and did shit with.
Okay.
I wasn't in it, and I'm fortunate that what happened to me happened the way it did.
Was that stuff not prevalent there?
It wasn't. It was a totally different.
Why that is?
I don't know, man.
It is now.
It probably is, and I talk about this at work, but in the truck driving transportation world, there's been a shortage for 6 months. Well, it's just now starting to affect my business because we are 4 to 8 months behind national trends. So what happened here would be slower reaching Chillicothe. It wasn't a thing. They got drunk and listened to Dave Matthews and
just like what I was doing.
Did donuts in fucking hayfields. Like it was.
Yeah, it was a different
like
kind
the
of
90s
country. Or something. Yeah, it was when you were there.
It was a different kind of country, and I don't know, man.
Flatlanders.
So do you feel like maybe you were lucky?
That's the threshold, man. The threshold to Appalachia and the rest of the world are the rolling hills when you come off of Richmondale Hill.
If you come off of 35 right there, if you don't look down that holler right there, or that valley, that's a valley. That ain't a holler.
Yeah.
You know the true definition of a holler?
Go on.
Go on.
In between two hills.
Yeah.
With an opening and an exit.
Yep.
If it dead ends, it ain't a holler.
Yep. Nah. But you come off of that hill, man.
Speaking from a true Holbrook holler boy.
You come into the glatmosphere where it stinks and the weather.
The glatmosphere.
It's a glatmosphere, bud.
Yeah.
I like that.
To my Ross County boys.
It used to be the metosphere.
It's been the glatmosphere forever. But
whenever you come off that hill,
it changes,
pretty.
Man. It changes. But
can you imagine if you were from Cleveland and you were going to Myrtle Beach and you would have to think. That's what pisses me off.
It would be a blink. It'd be a...
No, it wouldn't. Hell, it runs from here all the way down through West Virginia.
No. But I mean, it would just be stopping to get gas.
But I'm saying,
from up there.
Whenever they come, they're like, man, this country down here is beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they do. And I'll never forget, man, the guys I would bring down with me from Columbus when I was in college. We'd drive through Chillicothe, through the glatosphere. The glatosphere. These guys would be like, oh, I can't breathe.
It's fucking paper, bud. You ride on it at work every day.
What you do here is this is the relief area. If you have to fart, now's the time to do it. Nobody will know, dude. I mean, you've got that. You've got that in your. I mean, like we just kind of got used to it down around here because we have to travel through it all the time. But I mean, and then like you pass through Chillicothe, and I mean, you got like both sides. And I was like, I went to school with a lot of Flatlanders, man. Like they're looking around like, shit, man, these are mountains.
It's like, that Tyler Chiller songs, man, them Chillicothe. Is this yeah. That's not a depressing song.
Tonight I'm up in Chillicothe, downwind from the paper mill.
Downwind,
yeah.
And I mean, that's not a depressing song.
It's not, man. And I was trying to circle back to it, and it's not a depressing thing, but I might look at music a little differently.
Sturgill's got a little dark.
And it's okay to look at it differently, but, nose of the grindstone, like, keep your nose on the grindstone out of the hills. Like, he wrote that song from something that, he dealt with the same shit as you and I have dealt with.
Yeah,
and
he just wrote a song about it.
It's a loin, and it's a different cut and a different person, but
he wrote a Will song.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
He did.
Yeah, he did.
That's a Will song.
He wrote a See You Later song. That's what the fuck he wrote. Yes.
But I think that's an interesting take that you make there is that, divorce or whatever took you to Zane Trace to finish your high school career.
Yeah.
And it may have been something
and
that was
I got a
really
different taste
great,
of everything.
That was probably good for you, though.
I was trying to be everything I'm not now then. And then I fell into it in Columbus when I lived in the Short North.
And that's when you decided, you know what, man, I can be who I am.
I was working for Fastenal, and they had a job opening in Jackson, working for my cousin Matt Neal. And
that's your cousin? Matt Neal?
Yeah.
That fat-fingered fucker. Tell him
Fastenal was his man.
Hey, I worked with him at Sands Hill.
Did you work at Sands Hill?
Oh, hell yes,
Rick
I did.
fucking McManaway?
Oh, yeah.
Rick and them boys would give me so much shit when I'd stalk their
moment.
Rick would be like, Ian, I bet you it takes 8 of these, them big batteries for the lights. I bet it takes 8 of these ran in a circuit to run your dildo. I said, fuck you, Rick.
I started off in the parts department with Rick.
Did you?
And
God damn it.
And then I moved into a water pumper.
Fucking Rick.
Yeah.
All them rags.
Oh,
all the rags in
the rag bin.
Dude, I loved working for Fastenal. I had so much fucking fun.
I had so much fun.
I ran around the strip mines filling up rag bins and
all
filling
day.
bolt bins and then shooting the shit with guys like Rick and oh man,
Rick would eat his Cheetos with gloves.
He would. Chris Fisher
Well, I mean,
would eat
that
him
man's
with
pretty neat,
with a toothpick.
Would he?
And I
Me, him, Scotty
Now,
Edwards.
do you eat them with a toothpick? now?
since about 2014, I have ate my Cheetos.
It's you know what? That's a pretty smart take because
It
that
is.
shit gets all over your
What
fingers.
woman
and
is
it-
Lick
going to
your
want to
fingers, you fat fucks.
Well, I know. Then you're obscene and you're not PC.
yeah,
so
yeah.
I didn't know it was a bunch of
Well,
studios.
well, hell, you'll have
Chubbies.
orange fingers for three
would have- yeah.
days. I mean, yeah.
Well, boys, we got to wrap it up.
Yeah.
What time is it? How long we got?
Hell,
Hour
it's
and a half.
10:30.
Hour and a half. Hour and a half. All right.
right.
Ian Lloyd,
Well,
you coming back?
Yeah, I hope you're coming
so
back because
I'll
I think
come-
we got unfinished business.
So yeah, we have a pile of it. I
Yeah.
think that it's just going to have to be a saga.
Yeah.
something,
Series.
We'll do the prequel like a month or two from now.
All right, so let's just announce it right now. Ian Lloyd, friend of the program,
Friend of the program. Yeah.
recurring guest.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
The
you
Jeeping
might
for
see
Joy,
him. You
like,
might see him
help-
at events.
Can buggies? Can you take a buggy? And
We can't.
Separate ride for that.
No, we're not doing buggies anymore.
okay. Well,
The
I wish I could help.
we voted against buggies just because you
because
can't.
we're degenerates as well.
Well, you can't keep up with them.
We're from Holler. You can't keep up with them.
Yeah,
What are buggies?
like
Like
side by
side to
sides.
sides.
Okay,
Buggy.
I thought you were having a ride for this.
Nope.
Nope.
Nope, not going to do
Well, let's
it.
do one.
Well, I'll do one. Yeah. Now, Tommy and I are going down to host a Drinks Idol.
I'm excited about that.
Yeah,
man.
we're bringing the
Excited
Idol
about that.
back.
I was talking to Tommy about that.
I started, the Idol here, and Jason called me and said, "Hey, you want to do it again?" And I said, "Well, let's do it." So Tommy and we're going to go down. And we're going to host it. It's their event. But we're the MCs, I guess. Whatever we are. We don't
Well,
know yet.
maybe Ryo will be back in school at that time. Can you imagine?
That's a nice little bar.
Oh man,
Ryo's
Always
just a
has been.
wonderful.
Yeah,
I love it, man. The Farm
It'll be
Festival.
fun down there. Yeah.
My first guitar came from the Farm Festival.
Did it?
Some dude, it's in my. I need to get it down.
What was you playing a Gibson J15 the other day?
I did.
Yeah, we had the same guitar.
I have it.
You're
yeah,
kidding.
No,
we did. Same neck.
we showed up and he was like, "Yeah, I got this Gibson." I was like, "That looks like my Gibson."
I had
He's like,
my-
"This is J15." I was like, "Why is it J15?" We just become best friends.
I had my Martin down off the wall, and it's a parlor. It's not very loud. I was like, I'm going to take that, and I got to thinking, I'm like, well, there might be some howling and carrying on.
Yeah.
And I got the Gibson down, and got the case, and
Gibson's
brought it.
been
Yeah, it's
Man,
spoiled
I
me.
went out and played at the Orchard Monday night, and I was playing my Gibson, and the other guy was playing an Alvarez I had, and you just couldn't hear
Couldn't
it.
hear it.
Yeah.
because
Oh yeah.
Remember when I about bought that Alvarez? I can't play a note. Wouldn't know what to do with it. Over if a Walt
But
cut.
goddamn, they're
It
beautiful.
was beautiful, wasn't it? An Alvarez.
probably
It was something they were going to quit making.
Have you been? So you go down to see
Hold on a
Donnelly, I assume.
Yeah.
Have you been to Carter Vintage?
No,
You need to go to Carter Vintage Guitars.
I'm going down to see Donna here in a few weeks, I think.
You need to go to Carter Vintage Guitars, Jason.
Okay.
You need to go.
There you go.
It is the most beautiful. The smell of the mahogany and the old wood, it's intoxicating.
Really?
Oh, I'm telling you about it.
But, man, Donnelly's taught me a lot about
We're talking
guitars.
pre-war Martins, pre-war
Well, I'm going to
Gibsons.
tell you something right now, Ian Lloyd. It was
Sir.
a goddamn pleasure meeting you,
Yes, sir.
and I can't wait
I
to
can't
get
wait
back
to do it
the
again.
next
Ethan,
time.
you got to get Ethan.
We've
Maybe
already
we'll put the both of them
No,
on
both
here.
of us. That's what
Oh,
I'm saying.
yeah.
You got to bring us both.
Yeah.
I really want to write a book about Ethan or someone that can about the Renegade years, and I want to bring him on and talk about it.
People commented on our post. It
I
was like
wanna-
the Renegade.
I want to talk about.
That's how they deemed him.
Yeah, I want to
Yeah, I
talk.
saw it. I saw it.
I want to
Shit.
talk about ironworking and shit dollars and microwaves and different. And I want Ethan will tell him shamelessly.
Do you
Well-
see what's coming here, folks?
Yeah.
I'm telling you,
We got a good summer. We got
some rotten ones coming.
we got
up.
War X coming
Yeah,
up.
we got the War X guys.
And another thing we're doing this summer. Oh, we're going to do another songwriter night.
Yeah, yeah.
So and then we're talking about kicking around a. You might be interested in this. We're talking about kicking around a sports.
Yeah, maybe a little sports pod.
Yeah,
We might expand a little bit. There might be some other
we might-
pods
we
on
might-
the Chubby platform.
We might. We're talking about breaking down games. coming in this year and just breaking down Ohio State or something.
Like Farm Simulator.
Who knows? Dude?
Maybe.
Who knows where it'll go?
Yeah. I've taken a deep dive into UFC.
I'm gonna piss my pants.
Well, hang
Me
on.
too.
Hey guys, like and subscribe. See you, Ian Lloyd. Watch the whole episode. See.